Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're checking out Frostmint Beach by developer Kroltan. This is another of the LD26 entries that I've been reviewing for the last few days. This one again is following the theme of minimalism. And from what I can tell, this is a first-person puzzle exploration game, so think maybe something like Myst, but on a slightly smaller scale. As you can see, this is the game environment that we've got to work with here. It's not particularly large, but that's okay, we're going to explore it. I'm already pretty curious about what's up with that orb over in the water there. And we seem to be up on some sort of a white hill. I don't know if I would consider this necessarily a beach, but I guess... yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say. The lighting scheme definitely makes it seem a little bit more like a, I don't know, like a frozen tundra or something maybe. Again, that's just the lighting scheme. I could be wrong. There is definitely an interesting aesthetic going on here, and as we can tell, the water effects actually look a little bit better than usual. This is, of course, a Unity game, as they so often are, and this one I'm actually playing in the Unity web player. We can actually go under the water, which is also something that I'm not familiar with seeing too often. A lot of the times I tend to put invisible walls in front of that type of thing. I'm not sure what that's about. But we've got a jump, and we've got a run on shift, and actually, I'm going to show you this very briefly before we start. If you hold down shift, you actually build momentum to the point where you can pretty much jet across the landscape like it's nothing. Make leap that entire section of water, and then when you turn sideways, you've actually got like a whole... like a burnout type of thing where you're, skidding around a corner. Like we're playing Too Fast, Too Furious or something. So let's take a little bit of a look over here, a little bit of a look at what's going on with these. We seem to have some sort of spiky tree protrusions or something. They don't seem to have a very descript appearance. I can't really tell if these are supposed to emulate something we would normally find in nature. I'm going to assume there's some sort of topiaries, but they're awfully rough for that in terms of object model. It appears that the only thing we can really interact with is going to be that orb. So I guess that's what we'll do. I mean, I looked at the dock, I looked at the little spikies over there. Let's see what's going on under the water here. I hope there's something going on, because if this is just an empty landscape with an orb in the center, we're not going to be off to too great of a start here. Alright, so there doesn't appear to be any sort of door into the thing. Can I just walk through it? Nope, it is solid. It is quite mysterious. The only thing that offsets my sense of curiosity here is with these types of games being developed in 48 hours, there's always a part of me, this cynical, nagging doubt in the back of my mind that says, maybe this is all there really is to even see, and maybe this is just simply not finished. There appears to be some sort of an object over here on this little island, which I just have noticed for the first time. I should preface also that I didn't really play this ahead of time. I just happened to wander around for a couple moments, and I didn't really look at anything, so this is all first impressions. Hey, positive reinforcement, good. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Alright, so it said pier. I'm pretty sure I know that there's a pier. Checking out this shadow here is quite interesting. There's a lot of light playing down on that. It's a strange effect with light and water like that when that happens. And granted, it is a pretty complex shader effect to have to emulate the concept of shadows on water. But also, it doesn't quite look right when the water is just, the same brightness as all the other water like that. Well, it does kind of mess around with the lighting a little bit in the corner there. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to be able to really comment. So I should probably refrain from doing so. Let's speed on over to the pier, because I know I can, so I'm halfway there. Oh, there it is. The world seems so small, and then all of a sudden, when you need something in it, it becomes a little larger. So let's stand up on this pier and see if anything happens. Maybe I could just look at the water for a moment and something... Whoa. I hit E, in case that was the use button, and I believe it teleported me somewhere, and that kind of freaked me out a little. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, so now we appear to be in a labyrinth of some kind. I guess I probably should have expected that, considering what else was going to happen. Well, I guess I kind of expected something to, like, appear on top of the water. I didn't think it would be teleporting. I should probably draw attention to this sort of rudimentary MIDI piano playing going on in the background. I mean, it's nothing special, but at least it does lend some sort of ambience to the experience. Probably would have been better suited with droning, you know, sort of ethereal sounds, or manage yourself as... Oh, I almost didn't really finish reading that. What's going on with this? Is this rolling toward me? Oh, it is. It's kind of a cool effect. I guess I'm going to pick up all that ore and then go back to that button in a moment. I have to wonder, though, if the sort of clumsy, janky sound of that piano is to be reflected in the gameplay intentionally. I mean, not like, you know, the developer accidentally made a weird audio track and now reflecting the not finished game or something. No, I'm saying, like, would it actually make some sense? Sometimes people don't want the truth because, wow, that doesn't leave me enough time to read it. Maybe if I was waiting for that to happen. Whoa, this is pretty cool. What's going on here? So each of these spikes seems to have something linked up underneath. They're like gooey ducks that go over the ground or something. I don't know. What do I do with this, though? Just stand in the center of them? Maybe if I had had enough time to read that hint, that would have helped me out. Maybe I can get lower... Oh! Finish, tra-la-la, you did all this for nothing. Really? That's how you do this, huh? Well, that is certainly not what I was expecting to happen. Well then. I thought this was a fairly serious game, and now I come to find out it's sort of a joke. I don't know. It seemed like there was potential here. I mean, granted, a pretty rudimentary landscape, but the... I don't want to say the minimalism, because not necessarily is that really the angle, even though, you know, that is the theme, but I think this wasn't necessarily one of the most successful that I've seen on that theme. This, at the end, though, certainly cements that point. Wow, and it just keeps dropping more of them onto us. Pretty weird joke ending, guys. I'm sorry about that. I definitely wasn't expecting that at all. If it had taken the theme a little bit more seriously and ended in a way that would have made sense, I definitely wouldn't have thought twice about this being a serious entry. But as it is, that is what it is, and that's been Frostmint Beach. An act of playing the long con or something. I don't... Tra-la-la, you did all this for nothing. I mean, that sort of seems a little derogatory to all the game designers who made something like this, and, you know, actually had a point in mind. Now I'm trapped under these. Maybe futility of life is the point. I'm not sure. I don't really feel comfortable, though, being stared at by all these faces. So yeah, anyway, the dichotomy here is definitely a bit confusing. Was this a serious entry with a joke ending, or was this a joke game with a further serious ending that's also a joke, but it's meant to be taken seriously? I don't know where I'm going with this. Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. It's confusing. Anyway, I'm not sure what else to do with this one. Frostmint Beach, guys, check it out if you want. There is a web player version available on the LD26 site. It will be linked in the description, as is always the case. I feel a little hesitant about asking you to vote for this one, but yeah, do what you gotta do. As always, though, indie-impressions.com for all the other videos in the series. I promise I won't bury you under a pile of troll dice. But you can check out the forums, you can check out all kinds of other little features and goodies over there. I've also got a Facebook page, facebook.com/indieimpressions. If you'd like to hop over there, leave a like if you choose. You'll get every day's new video delivered into your inbox. And then you can keep up with what's new on the channel. I do channel updates and occasional game giveaways. I need to do one of those soon again. Other than that, though, we've got a Twitter handle, which is @RockLeeSmile. If you want to say hey or give me a suggestion or anything, feel free to send me a tweet over that. And I've also got a contact form right on the Indie-Impressions site. So if you want to send me your request for, you know, if you're a game designer, you want to send me your game to possibly be reviewed on the channel, or I shouldn't say reviewed, but have an impressions video made of it, feel free to send me an email. I'm open to talk to just about anybody, and we'll see where it goes. So thank you as always for watching, guys. Make sure you come back again tomorrow for another awesome indie game, and I will see you then. Have a lovely night.